Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's bright and early, daily discipline, mind, body, and soul. This is how we get through Friday. Hope you guys have a good weekend ahead of you. If anybody wants coaching or mentoring, go to my website, skyazrael.com. I always put the link below. I got a cologne that I've had for a while, and I've talked about this one before, but this is good weather for it. Maison Alhambra, Hercules. It has a real strong tobacco scent to it. The stuff is good stuff. Cheap. I think this cost me like 18 bucks or something. So go check that out. Let's talk about anger. Talk to you angry guys. I know what it's like to have anger issues. I've had anger issues for most of my entire life. It's something that I definitely have to stay on top of. The Mind, Body, and Soul Daily Discipline Lifestyle Management Program helps me with that. If I don't stay on my program, I become angrier and angrier just all the time. I'm just like 100% of the time just an angry, just a mean son of a bitch. If you don't get on top of your anger will destroy you. If you don't control it, it will control you. This is really important. Some of you guys are angry guys just like I used to be, or just like I am, and you do nothing about it. Some of you mistake your anger for masculinity. You think that your anger is what makes you a man. Some of you mistake your anger for maturity, and you think your anger is what makes you mature, makes you an adult. Some of you have embraced your anger so much that you look down your nose at others who are happy as if they're stupid or fools. Think it makes you so smart. It's killing you, it's destroying you. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to get rid of anger, so I'm not trying to encourage you to eradicate anger as if it's a fire that needs to be put out. You just need to control it. Your anger is a good motivator. Why did you get up and move forward in your life that one time? Maybe because you were so frustrated and angry with your current situation, and you had to be angry. Anger has its purposes. There's nothing better than an angry husband coming to protect his wife from some violator. That's a good use of your anger. You stomp over and shoo away some demon from messing with your chick. But there's a lot of bad reasons that anger, a lot of ways that anger can hurt you, and let's just go over some of these things. Areas that are negatively affected by your anger. Number one is your health, your physical health. You can be sick, you could be in the doctor's office, you could be engaging in behavior that hurts you physically. So your anger can really have a major effect on your health. And when you're trying to be healthy, when you're going through a program of being healthy, maybe you're going to take antibiotics and go to physical therapists and do that sort of thing. But you want to also try to figure out ways to be more content and be more at ease, to be happier, so to speak. So your physical health, that's important. I think that's why that's number one. Your mental health, that's also important. Your anger can negatively affect your mental health. Obviously, it can make you crazy. It can make you just mean to people, rude to people, rotten. It can make you really hard to be around. You could slip into depression because of your anger. Really make yourself crazy. If you want to go crazy, you want to turn into a supervillain or just some kind of psychopath nut, I don't know who would want that, but if you did want that, the way to do that, the path you take towards the psychopath is anger. So get on top of your anger, and you can get on top of your mental state. Some of you may be having just trouble in your life, finding direction or doing this or that, accomplishing things, whatever, various things, but it may all boil down to your anger. You may, when you finally get on top of your anger, it could be like a whole weight lifted off of you. Another area negatively affected by your anger, these are all different kind of forms of self-sabotage, is your money, your finances, your lifestyle, how well you live. There's a lot of people stuck in the ghetto, and it's not my fault living on a nice side of town. It's not the people that live in Compton. It's not the people in Beverly Hills' fault. The people that live in the South Bronx, it's not the people who live in Upper Manhattan or whatever, the nice part of Central Park over there. It's not their fault. No, it's their own damn fault. I've sat on the block as a broke son of a bitch, angry as hell, and watch people who aren't so angry go and get jobs and get themselves out of the ghetto, and I stay there for another decade. Your anger will keep you broke. Your anger can keep you lost. It could negatively affect your direction, your drive, and your goal acquisition, or even just being able to set goals. Very often it's hard to even see any point on a horizon. People would tell me, just pick any point, pick anything and go for it, but I can't see that far, because anger is like this cloud, this thick fog. You ever been in an airplane and it goes through a cloud? Maybe you have a window seat, you look out and you can't see nothing. That's like what anger is going to do to you. It's hard to navigate when you're angry. There's a lot of things you shouldn't do when you're angry. They say you shouldn't go grocery shopping when you're angry. You shouldn't go ride your motorcycle when you're angry. You know, there's a lot of things you shouldn't do because it fucks up how you navigate, how you move forward. And you may have a hard time finding direction in your life because you're still angry over what happened with that chick 4 years ago. As soon as you can get past some of this bullshit, you'll propel yourself forward. But you're going to need to get rid of your anger to do it. Anger is like an anchor. Another area that anger can negatively affect you in your life, destroy you, is your relationships. It can destroy your relationships, and I've absolutely had this happen to me. I've been an angry, rotten person and watched everyone in my life go away. I have people now, but I've been to a point where not even my own family, not my mother, not anyone, not my cousins, not my aunts and uncles, no one. Not my brother, no one. No one wanted to have nothing to do with me. I know what it's like to be attractive and to get women, and then to be just this angry, rotten man who no woman wants to talk to or be around. So get on top of your anger. Stop destroying your relationships. Give yourself the ability to have relationships so you could just propel people. I can just be an angry, mean, nasty son of a bitch and just kind of stomp through life, and people scatter like water bugs, man. I mean, it's like they just part like the Red Sea. I'd go right through a festival full of thousands of people, and people would just part. I've done that before. All you got to do is be angry enough, and people will just be like, whoa, shit. That's what that energy does. It sends people flying. Another area that anger can negatively affect you, it's related to your goals, but it's really your destiny. You can ruin your whole life You could have been president. You could have been CEO. You could have had that dream relationship and that mansion and all the things you wish for in utopia. Paint your picture of what your perfect life would be like. You could have had that. But what held you back? Why didn't you have it? Was it my fault? It's probably my fault. Some guy who lives across town, you don't even know me. It's my fault. It's his fault. Whose fault? It was your old lady's fault. That one from 6 years ago. Whose fault was it? Blame 6 or 7 people. It's systemic racism, right? Oh, it's the whole system holding you back. What happened to your destiny? Your anger stole it. That's why anger is tied to the devil. And finally, anger can affect your freedom, literally. I know lots of guys sitting in the joint right now because of their anger. What are you in for? Oh, robbery. What are you in for? Oh, murder. Yeah, right, bullshit. It's all anger. It's all anger. You gotta peel back the layers of that onion and dissect some of this shit, look into some of this shit. You'll save your life. It's all food for thought.